Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and this is Nocterra. Put the camera down ever so slightly there. Pro level stream. Nocterra, the Val special. Presumably there's a number one on here because that's just what comic companies do. You can't just have like Nocterra, the Val special. It's gonna be like the Val special, number one, implying that somewhere down the line there's gonna be a number two, but there won't be because it's a one shot. It's a special. If they ever made a second one, they would just call it Nocterra, Val special, and that would be it. Like they would just pretend that the previous one had never even existed. Frankly, I'm kind of just confused at what the purpose of existence of this book is. So it's called the Val Special, and we jump between two time periods. One is set way in the past when she's still, like 16 or something, and the other is set in basically issue 11 or between issue 11 and 12 of the main book. Stuff in the past has him hanging out with this dude who is like the first ferryman. And we start out with this very overwrought monologue about Charon, the ferryman from Greek mythology. And I spent my whole time in that section just kind of rolling my eyes because who cares? And I wish I could say, like, oh yeah, all this stuff that was in here was really cool. But it's just kind of like, I didn't need to know this about Val. Not at all. Here's the problem with prequel stories. We already know where the story's going. We know she lives. We know she is the way she is. And you trying to backfill a story on here about the character doesn't really work. If you wanted to tell the story of this dude and how she got the values she has, you should have just done it in line with the book. Had her talk to her brother, M, and be like, M, you remember Reginaldo or whatever that guy's name is? He'd be like, oh yeah, guy we used to run with. He was really cool. Yeah, you remember that time we went to this place and we did the thing? Oh yeah, I remember that, Val. Because that's what they do. They go to a place, and that place turns out to not be a happy place. The place turns out to be a very unhappy place. And so we see how she deals with that, how she deals with what happens to her, what she does months later in relation to that place. And all the while, it's also got this story of this dude here, Riggs? Biggs? I don't remember. Whatever. This loser's name. And he's like from the place where they were at in issue 11 that they blew up, that big like research station with all the lights and stuff that was out in the water. So it had the giant shark things, and well, everything went really bad, right? So she picks him up, essentially like kidnaps him or rescues him, however you want to think about it. And he's kind of a wimp and begs for his life and da 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 da. And who can blame him? I mean, he's about to get eaten right here, and she shows up, on the next page, and whoosh, looks really cool doing it. Really, really cool. Super, super cool. And she drags him around, and we skip back and forth, seeing how she handled that place where the bad thing happened versus how she handles that guy, and comparing contrast, showing how she's grown as a character while we're telling her origin story. This should have just been the next issue of the book, and or parts of the content of this should have been stretched out over the other books. I think the pacing in the other books could have like stood to have like a page telling us about the dude in this book. As it is, it's a competently executed story. It's okay. It jumps back and forth in time a lot, which is really annoying. The art's all right. I don't know that I would say the art is like 100% super amazing or anything, but the art is pretty serviceable. Some of these panels are just really cool looking, like that one, or the one I showed on the next page over. She shows up and she's all silhouetted in black like that and looking super ultra cool. And some of them are just kind of like pretty good. Um, it's not Tony S. Daniel art. I guess that's kind of where I'm going. As this was Nocterra was sold with Tony S. Daniel art, and we got this tie-in book that's not him doing the art, and that's kind of a letdown. So yeah, I guess there's not really anything wrong with the art. I'm just kind of let down by it because my expectation was different, and maybe my expectation shouldn't have been different. Like maybe that's on me for not noticing that name right there. But I kind of thought, oh yeah, that must be the colorist or something, right? But no, he did all the art duties, so pretty good job. Man, this review's really just kind of a mess, isn't it? I think I'm just going to end it. I guess it's because my thoughts on this book started out as being a mess. Like, did I want to like it? Yeah. Was I hoping it was going to be like a good Nocterra issue? Yeah. What did I get? I got something with okay writing and art that was good, but not what I expected. So there you go. Well, take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. And man, if you're a storyteller and your writing style is let's cut back and forth between the past and the present, like please don't do that. Just please don't. We didn't need any of the stuff set in the past at all to tell the story of Val or to tell the story of Nocterra. Like it's just all fluff. I will say it's better than the Blacktop Bill special. It's got that going for it. Bye bye.